If we want to turn this thing around, we got to change some things in our lives. We got Facebook up, delete the gym, hit the lawyer, and fire everyone. Yeah.
Woohoo! Hey, we are in a snow week. Yeah, can't get any better.
Hello, welcome to Hawks Recap. Game 55 is over and done with, and the Blackhawks lose their 5th straight game, this time in Minnesota to the Wild by the score of 3-0. Thankfully, I didn't watch this game, and I don't really plan to. The highlight packages are pretty much as I care to see from this game. I was actually with some friends over in Madison to catch a Wisconsin Badgers men's hockey game, and coincidentally, they were also playing Minnesota, and coincidentally, they lost to Minnesota. And it's probably safe to say I am none too happy with that state right now. Now, obviously, I was checking in on the score of the Blackhawks game while I was at the Badger game, and it was just perplexing every time I opened up my phone and checked the NHL app to see the Blackhawks out shooting the Wild 17-5 in the first period, but down 2-0. And then I look at the replays afterwards and see Coyle bouncing the puck off glass to get that first goal. It's like, what did I expect, really? And of course, about a minute after the Wild score that opening goal, about 3 minutes into this first period, the Blackhawks have a 2-minute 5-on-3 power play, and they cannot do anything with it. They can't get a puck past Dubnyk to tie this game at 1 apiece. That's just unreal, just depressing, just atrocious, and somehow, unbelievably, I'm not surprised. The Blackhawks would go 0 for 4 on the power play in this game. On the flip side, the Wild would take advantage of one of their power plays to get their second goal of the game. Puck shot from the point hits Duncan Keith's shin pads, redirects off them, then hits Koivu's stick, redirects off that into the back of net past glass. Just funny how the puck always seems to be bouncing in favor of the team playing the Hawks. Charlie Coyle would get his second goal of the game early on in the second period to increase the Wild lead to 3-0. Just gets it on a 2-on-1 odd man rush, and he snipes it by glass. And the rest of the game, from what I can see and from what I heard, was just the Wild playing defense and protecting a 3-goal lead, and you really can't blame them for doing that. The Blackhawks would outshoot the Wild 44-19 in this game and lose 3-0. But from what I saw and from what I heard, and the highlight package is not even showing a quality chance for the Hawks, it's pretty safe to assume that of those 44 shots, there's a reason none of them went in. Dubnyk played well, don't get me wrong. He had a 44-save shutout. You can't really dismiss that. But it seems like the Hawks made it pretty easy for him. So with this 5th straight loss, especially this one coming at the hands of the Wild, who are in that second wildcard spot, it puts the Blackhawks 10 points out of the playoffs. And as fans, we're obviously frustrated and disappointed with how this season is going. But it seems like some fans are kind of losing sight of the bigger picture here. During the offseason, when the Blackhawks were making some moves, Bowman came out and admitted that some of these moves were going to make this team worse in the short run, be it this season, in an attempt to try and stabilize the future of this franchise and have our window of Stanley Cup contending be open longer. It's fascinating how easy we seem to forget things like that, especially with how high of expectations we set this team at after the past decade of success we've had. I've tried to bring this up over the course of some of my videos, and the fact that we need to calm down a little bit and give these guys, Coach Q, Stan Bowman, these core players, the benefit of the doubt after everything they've given us these past 10 years. If someone would have told little me that the Hawks would win 3 Stanley Cups in my lifetime, I would have been ecstatic. I'm still ecstatic that that actually happened. So keep things in perspective. It's just insane, some of the things I read from Blackhawks fans, and that we should be firing everyone, getting rid of everyone. It's just insane. Rash decisions just can completely screw up franchises. There's no reason to make insane decisions like that. Mark Lazarus, the beat writer for the Hawks, actually had a Twitter rant about that whole thing, and he's absolutely completely right about it. I will link to that rant down in the description below. Here's a couple excerpts from it, but you can see some of the points he makes and how insane it seems some fans are the anger that they have with the Hawks' current struggles. We have a lot of young players who have some really promising futures, and a couple bad years is nothing compared to opening up another championship window. We need to just keep things in perspective. We need to see the bigger picture here. Up next for the Hawks, they finish off this 3-game road trip with 2 straight games in the desert, one against the Arizona Coyotes and the other against the Vegas Golden Knights. Obviously, these two teams are at the opposite ends of the standings. The Arizona Coyotes right at the bottom in that fallen for Dahlin area. Meanwhile, the Vegas Golden Knights right near the top of the standings in the league, surprising everyone in their inaugural season. Very cool story, but obviously we get to face them on the latter half of our back-to-back here. That'll be interesting. Could be a good opportunity for the Hawks to get in some golf practice before the offseason hits. Thanks for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I hope you enjoyed it at least more than the result of this game. Let me know your thoughts on the game and the team's performance and everything else we talked about down in the comments section below. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it if you do. But as always, stay safe and make good decisions, especially with the snow being just dumped on Chicago right now. And I'll see you next time.